Today, we're going to tackle a concept that feels, both incredibly powerful and just a little bit mysterious. Creative vision. What is it really? And maybe, more importantly, where in the world does it actually come from? Let's dive in and figure it out. Okay, so this is a term we hear all the time, right? It gets thrown around by everyone, artists, entrepreneurs, you name it. But when you try to actually pin it down, it can feel like trying to grab a cloud. So let's ask it straight up. What is a creative vision?
Is it some kind of magical, out-of-the-blue stroke of genius? Not really. Is it a super dry, detailed business plan? Definitely not. Or is it just a simple daydream? Well, it might start that way, but a real vision is so much more solid than that. Yeah, none of these really capture the whole picture, do they?
To really understand what a vision is, I think we first have to get super clear on what it isn't. And the biggest mix-up, the one that happens all the time, is confusing a vision with a simple idea. So let's break that down. Think about it like this. An idea is a spark. It's exciting, but it can also be fleeting. It's a single point. It's the what. A vision, though, that's the entire ecosystem that grows from that spark. It's enduring, it lasts, it gives you a direction, a path to follow, and most importantly, it answers the why. So here's the crucial takeaway. An idea can absolutely start a fire, and that's essential. But the vision is the world you build around that fire to keep it burning. It's the whole world you're trying to create. Okay, so if a vision isn't just some magical lightning strike of an idea, then where does it actually come from? The answer is kind of surprising, and honestly, it's great news for all of us. It's not magic, it's a process. Now this, right here, this is a huge shift in thinking for a lot of people. A creative vision isn't something you just find laying around. It's something you cultivate, you grow it, you nurture it and develop it over time, and you do it on purpose. So how do you actually cultivate it? Well, it's basically a three-step process. First, you absorb. You become a sponge. You gather up experiences, knowledge, random observations, read everything, travel, talk to people, just pay attention. Second, you connect. You take all that stuff you absorbed and you filter it through your unique values and your deepest passions. What do you really care about? And finally, step three, you project. You use that personal filter to imagine a different reality, a future that doesn't exist yet, but one that absolutely could. All right, so now we have a pretty good idea of what it is and where it comes from. But what's its job? What does a creative vision actually do in the real world? Well, it acts as a blueprint. And here we are. This is the core definition we've been building towards. Let's break it down. It's a vivid mental image. That means you can practically see it and feel it. It's rooted in personal values, which is what gives it its power and meaning. And its function? To be a guiding principle. It's not just a dream, it's a tool. A guiding principle for what, though? If it's a tool, what's it designed to build? What's its ultimate purpose in the messy, often chaotic process of making something new? The answer is really this. In any creative project, you are just facing a massive sea of possibilities. There are a million choices, a million different paths you could take. Your vision is your North Star. It's that fixed point in the sky that keeps you oriented, guiding you in the right direction, no matter how choppy the waters get. Okay, this is where the rubber really meets the road. Having a North Star is amazing, but you still have to sail the ship, right? So let's talk about how a vision actually translates from this concept in your head into a real creation out in the world. Its practical power is just immense. When you inevitably hit a wall, the vision is what gives you the motivation to push through. If you're working with other people, it gets everyone aligned and pulling in the same direction. And this is so important. It gives you the clarity to say no to things that might be good ideas, but just don't serve the vision. And maybe the best part? It transforms your work from just a job into a mission. So the ultimate takeaway here is this. A creative vision isn't this passive thing where you just sit back and see the future. No way. It's an active, powerful force. It is the blueprint you need to go out there and actually build that future. And that really just leaves us with one last, very personal question. This whole process of cultivating a vision, it's available to every single one of us. It starts with absorbing the world around you and connecting it back to what you truly value. So take a second and really think about it. What future are you building?